So you're thinking about moving to Tempe and your budget is in the $300,000 to $400,000 price range, then stick around because in today's video I'm going to show you 4 different properties that fall right within that price point, and we're going to get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Jake Augeri and I'm a local market expert here in the Tempe area. I get calls and texts from people all the time who are looking to make a move. And if that's you today, would you give me a call, shoot me a text, or write me an email? I would love to be a resource for you in any way possible. I went to ASU here. I spent a number of years right down in this area and I know it well. And so I'd love to help out and answer any questions you may have. I'm standing today outside of Tempe Marketplace, which is one of the major hotspots in all of Tempe. It's got shops, it's got restaurants, and there's just so much to do down here. There's a movie theater as well. I was just here a couple of weeks ago with my daughter. They do a fun summer movie thing. And so overall, this spot is great. There's a ton of different restaurants. I was here just this last Sunday. I went to a Mexican place called Barrio Queen. It was amazing. My wife and I were here just a few weeks ago. We got some ice cream and kind of sat around, which is nuts because it's over 100 degrees right now. But the spot is so great and people love it here. I'm so excited to show you around Tempe today. Make sure you stick around to the end because the last property I'm going to show you is nuts. All right, we are coming up on our first stop here. This is right behind me. It is a 3-bed, 2-bath, about 1,130 square foot property that is listed at $320,000. That puts the price per square foot at right around $283, which is low for Tempe. But here's the thing that I wanted to tell you about kind of our search today is, so in all of Tempe, so with as many thousands of people who live here, there are only 2 single family homes that fall within the $300,000 to $400,000 price range. And so I wanted to give you a feel for kind of what your money gets you here in Tempe. So this property and one other one that I'm going to show you today are going to be townhouses. I'm going to show you the 2 single family homes, but I wanted to give you a feel for it because that is just kind of how limited inventory is here in the valley right now. And so this is it's a townhouse. The community is great. You know, you're tucked off the main road here, which is University, and so it's quiet back here. It seems like it's a nice kind of put together neighborhood. There's obviously an HOA as well. In terms of location, where we are at Dobson and University, and so Dobson is just east of the 101, which will take you north and south, and then University is kind of the main drag in Tempe that it'll take you right down through ASU, which is the main university here, several thousand students, and so overall it's a great spot. I'm going to drive you around and I will see you at our next listing. All right, we're coming up on our next stop here. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, about 1,073 square foot property, and it is listed at $365. So that puts the price per square foot at right around $340, which is about $15 higher than the average here in Tempe. Like we said at our first stop, you know, we're having to dip a little bit in terms of just the kinds of property that we're looking at. Normally we look at single family homes, but in Tempe there was a total of 2 available in under $400,000. And so I wanted to at least give you a feel for what your money will get you in a place like Tempe. So this is a nice little townhome complex. That unit in particular is right off a main drag. So Kyrene, it goes north and south. So there is some definite road noise, but the community, it kind of just loops around a little bit. And so the further back you go, it's nice and quiet. And the way that these properties are set up, they have a good amount of privacy. So you've got the garages on the front, and then to the side, there's gates. And so you've got kind of a ways back to your front door. So it's kind of a cool setup here where, you know, if you're going to do the townhouse life, you want to at least have some sense of privacy and kind of things to yourself. And so this community offers that. Where we are in Tempe is we are kind of towards the south end of it and to the west end. ASU kind of acts as the hub right around Rural and Apache, or Rural and Main Street. And Tempe goes a little bit further south of that, and it goes slightly north of it. And so really we're towards the boundary of Chandler here in Tempe, but it's a great spot. So let's drive around the neighborhood to give you a feel for it, and then I'll see you at our next stop. All right, we are coming up on our next stop here. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, about 1,032 square foot property that is listed at $385,000. Puts the price per square foot at right around $373, which for Tempe is about $48 higher than the average. But, and this is a big but, this is one of 2 single family homes that was for sale in this price point in Tempe. So I would imagine that this is still gonna go really, really quickly. The neighborhood is in pretty good shape, so you can, it's not run by an HOA, so you can tell that there is some creative license here that the owners of the homes took. But overall, it doesn't seem like it's too run down or anything like that. In terms of location, so where we are is we are right on McClintock and Elliott. So just about a mile. East of us is the 101, which that'll serve to get you kind of north and south here in the valley. And then about 3 miles west of us is the 10, and so that will also take you north and south, but that's also how you get down to Tucson, or if you wanted to go to California as well, that kind of serves as the main way to get you there. So overall, the neighborhood has a good feel to it, nice and quiet, and doesn't seem run down, like I said. So let's take a drive around, and I will see you at our last stop. All right, we are coming up on our last property here, and this is one of the most fascinating ones I've ever seen. So it is a 4-bed, 2-bath, about 1,104 square feet. So I wanted to show you this one because it is listed at $399,000, and the price per square foot is right around $361. So that's about $35 higher than the average here in Tempe. And what's so interesting about this one is I'm trying to walk away from the main street, is it is literally right on one of the busiest streets in all of Tempe. So it's on University Drive. And so I wanted to back out a little bit so you can hear me. But I wanted to show you this because, again, this is the second of 2 homes available here in Tempe, of single family homes that are under $400,000. And so this property right now is being used as a short-term rental, so it's being used as an Airbnb, but the owner is trying to sell it off. And so it's just a fascinating property. And so I wanted to just show you this because of how rare this price point is, that, you know, you can even have a property that's right off a main drag of University Drive and it can still be, you know, listed. And I'm assuming this is gonna move quickly. So where we are in terms of location is we're about 1.5 miles east of ASU. So University will take you right through the middle of the campus there. And then just about 1.5 miles north of us is the 202, which will serve to take you east and west. So Tempe is really a fascinating city. It is a major college town. You know, there's somewhere around 70 to 75,000 students that are living right in this area. And then you've also got people who are commuting as well. And so Tempe is a great spot to live. There's a ton of life and energy in the city. And so I hope this has been valuable for you. If there is any way that I can be a resource for you, don't forget to reach out, shoot me a text, give me a call, or shoot me an email. I went to college at ASU, and so I'm very familiar with this area and would love to help you out in any way possible. So thanks so much. If this is helpful for you, don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment below and introduce yourself. Thanks so much. I'll drive around this area. Again, there's not much of a neighborhood because it's right on a main drag, but I'll drive you around and I will see you next time.